Hey everybody! Today's episode is in two parts. I will upload two videos today. Instead of cutting and editing an hour and a half long video, I'm going to split it up into two parts. They'll both be 45 minutes long-ish. I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Kuzil Farms. This is still the same day for me, so we're not going to take an update on the chicken just yet. I want to get into some Woot. We've been talking about it for several episodes now, and here's why. I have to, every time I want to make something that requires slime balls, I have to go cut down my cactus, fly up to my Botania area, and drop them in my alchemical catalyst pool, and then stick them in my inventory. It'd be really nice if I could just make a farm that had slime in it. So we're going to get into Woot today. There is a book that I would like to make. I think I need to make a book first. There we go. And let's take a look. So the book, there is, let's see, the basic factory. There's, I don't know what the anvil does. Mob spawning ingredients, upgrades. Blood magic we don't have. Blood magic is a mod. We don't need to worry about that. Evil craft is also a mod. We don't have either of those in our game. So we're just gonna look at a factory, and we're gonna start looking at how to build. So this tells us to build the factory. You should create a guide block. This will allow you to see in the world where the blocks need to go, as these can be large structures. So let's go back to page 1 here. Guide block is this one right here. No, it's factory layout. Guide block. If I was a guide block, what would I look like? Guide. I think it meant factory layout. Factory layout. We'll just place the guide block on the ground, and it will display the factory layout. So let's just make the thing called factory layout and see if that gets us somewhere. Oh, no. I want to, yeah, let's go ahead and make the recipe for a book. That sounds good. And then we'll also make the recipe for the guide block, or factory layout. And let's make one. See what we're dealing with here. Factory layout. Okay. We're going to put this on the ground outside somewhere. And, sorry, my cat's trying to jump off my lap. I can't steer. Where did that go? Can Enderman take stairs? Or fences? That's not the first time a stair has gone missing in my world. So I had this plan of building like a dungeon underneath here and doing all of my Woot stuff underground. But with my new plans of having a secondary chicken coop here, and my milking, or my barn over here for useful cows, and the place putting bees back over here, I have lots of room up here for a dungeon. So we're gonna do that. So place this on the ground. It says, okay, wow, and you get smacked in the face with stuff. Now these aren't real. These are just ghost blocks. And this, I believe, is the tier 1. You right click on it to make it a tier 2. It goes all the way up to tier 4, I believe. That's the biggest one. This is the one that's going to be making us the, like, nether stars and stuff like that. Tier 1, I think, is just going to be, I wonder if there is a list. Mob controllers, I don't need all that. I wonder if there's a list of which mobs tiers. Here we go. Tiers. So tier 1 factory supports up to 2 upgrades. I want to know what mobs can be spawned in these different things. Okay, so it doesn't tell you here. There are 4 tiers of factory available depending on the mob you want to spawn. Each has a minimum factory tier that is needed. Higher tiers can also support a larger number of upgrades and higher tiers of upgrades. All tiers of factory support all the power cells. Okay. Okay, so that's nice. This tells us what we need. Bone casing and flesh casing. That's creepy. So let's go back to how to build. Place the guide block on the ground and it will display the factory layout. You can right click to cycle through the different factory tiers. In creative mode, we don't care about that. If you are upgrading a factory, then you can place the guide block one block away underneath the factory heart and it will line up. If you're upgrading your factory, oh okay, oh yeah. Because the if you look at the factory heart here, that's this one here. I think that's what it's called. Let's look at what it's actually called because yeah, factory heart. Okay, that's true. That always if I were to put this in the ground, which I'm not going to right now, but yeah, put it one below. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's put this back to tier 1. Then it will line up correctly with your current structure. Once the factory structure is in place, you can validate it by using the yaw hammer. Sneak right click in the air with the hammer to change modes. You can use the intern to build the factory for you. Oh, cool. What's that? The intern. The intern here. Okay, builds the factory for you. That's really nice. Okay, so it's like a wand. So let's go back to, we'll pick this back up. Let's go back into our house and we're going to see if we can get one of these up and running. Let's see. Do we have, what do we have in here? Plates, cores, controllers, Stygian iron ingots. Here's the yaw hammer. Okay. It's made with bones. And so I'm basically, I've strung a bunch of bone together, put a piece of zombie flesh on the end of it, and I'm going to smash things with it like it's going to be worth hitting. That's hilarious. Okay. I'm just looking for any kind of indication on here as to which tier. Okay, we'll get into it, I'm sure. Okay, so I've only used this mod once, but I do like it a lot. So let's come over here and we're gonna make building of 2 parts. The factory structure consists of 2 parts. The first is the main factory structure where the heart, upgrades, and mob controller live. The second is a remote structure which provides power, import and export of items and fluids. The remote structure must be located at most 10 blocks directly below the heart. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's a remote IO. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Importer, the exporter, power cells, capturing mobs. Mob controller. I'm looking for something that tells me what tier I need for. Okay, well, mobs are captured via the Ender Shard, and you need a full Ender Shard to generate a mob controller for that mob. To initialize the Ender Shard with a mob, you need to quietly approach your chosen mob and hit it with the Ender Shard. The tooltip for that shard will then tell you the mob that you have captured. Now you have to fill up the shard by killing that type of mob while the Ender Shard is in your toolbar. The tooltip will tell you how many you need to kill before you get that. Okay, so I need to find some slimes. Except I know where some slimes are. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to want an Ender Shard. It's a diamond shard. Ender Shard. Okay. Ender Shard is made by making an Ender Shard. Okay, so I need a Stygian anvil. I need a shard die and an Eye of Ender for that. Okay, so let's make the Stygian. Okay. How do I get this stuff? Okay, this is all on the anvil that I can't make. Okay, so Stygian iron ore. I haven't found this before. Oh, okay, there we go. So let's make the hammer. I'm gonna make the hammer over here just in case it has durability. Okay, and then we're gonna make Stygian iron ore. That's gonna be netherrack, soul sand, which we have lots of. So our soul sand chicken, and iron ore, the actual block. And I actually have some. That's amazing. Okay. I have one, literally one. And that did not take durability. Cool. So we can use this as a recipe. I'm going to go look for some... Actually, let's use this opportunity to test our mining speed together. Usually I break away for mining expeditions, but since we just upgraded our tools in the last episode, I'm going to show you how powerful it is. Is that some iron ore that I see right there? No, that's copper. Oh, there's some iron right next to it. Okay, so with the flying, you are slowed, but it's not too bad. See if we can find some more iron ore while we're here. Nope. Here's some gold. I would have loved to have had that earlier. Some more gold. Lol. Now that I'm looking for iron, I'm going to find tons of gold. That's funny. And I don't think that there's going to be... I don't know how much of this stuff that I'm going to need. But I have two. I think I'm going to need more than that. Here's some. I would like to land and just actually test the mining speed of this thing, because it's supposed to be crazy right now. Okay, so let's come here. We'll land, and then that's pretty quick. I don't feel like it's really any faster than it was before. I mean, numerically it is faster, right? We went from like 12 to 20 something. But not fast enough to make it instant break yet. That's crazy. Wonder how fast that has to be. Okay, we have 22 now. That should be enough. Instead of finding my way out, let's just teleport our way out. And I would also like to... So Enderman is totally... Oh my goodness. Are they destroying my roof? Dude. I do not like that. I would like to turn that off. Or I could make an Enderman, an anti-Enderman. Man, I don't know. They'd wrecking my roof. I'll have to patch that later. Okay, so let's set this up as a recipe. And put all the rest of this back in here. And then I think, let's see, is there a way to duplicate? If I right click on here, it's just 1 for 1, so I can't get 2 Stygian irons from, so I can't get like dust. Actually, I thought there was a way. So I come in here, yeah, dust. How do I get this? Okay, so that's actually on the anvil, gives me 3, so that is better. So let's go take that back out. I want to make the anvil. Let's take that back out. We'll just get rid of this. We're going to use the hammer temporarily. And we're going to make... How many did I need for the anvil? So I need a whole block. So 9. And it looks like 11 is what I'm going to need. So... let's grab this recipe here. And we'll do 2, 3, oh, 22. I right-clicked by an accident. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, we're going to... Don't right-click. We're going to just smelt it up. And make our anvil. See, how much obsidian do I have? None. We can fix that. no problem. We are very efficient at making obsidian now. Yeah, let's grab 9 pieces of obsidian. Okay, we've got all of that. Let's make this now. Oh my goodness, I really need to stop right clicking. My since my oh, and I can't. Are you serious? I can't get that back. Okay, well I might need it later, but that was dumb. Okay, left click out of there. All right, so let's put this down somewhere. We'll put it down there, and hopefully that doesn't break ever. So now if I, okay, so let's grab the hammer out of there. And I don't have any more iron. That's okay. Do we really need it? I don't know. The intern is going to require some interesting things. Okay. Does the intern work? I wonder if the intern works with... The intern is a tool that will place all the factory blocks for you, taking them from your inventory in the process. Place the factory heart in the world, and then hold right click. Okay, so it's the factory heart. So I have this already. I kind of want to make another one. Because I don't have factory. And then let's do dispenser, which this has to be a full one, probably. Goodness, this is like the fail episode, failing on everything. Grab one of these, stick that in there. Make me a dispenser, please, with a full bow. Why does it automatically go with a low bow? That's weird. Okay, got the dispenser. We know how to make a comparator. And then, hopefully I have enough string. Okay, cool. Now, I think, so we're going to make a factory heart. I do want the recipe for that. Factory heart is, oh, factory base? I don't know how to make any of this stuff. Soul stone is soul dust, which is soul sand with the hammer, or I can sift the mesh. Stygian iron plate. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go find some more iron. Okay, so I have a few iron ore. Now there is a way to get iron ore through Botania. It's called an orchid. And the orchid does take some pretty advanced stuff that we don't have yet. Otherwise, we would be using that. But I did find 26, and all my tools got messed up again. It's okay. Okay, so let's try not to use all of these at once. We're going to try and make the shard die. To make that, though, I'm going to need to make a plate. The plate looks like it's going to be used a couple of times. So what I would like to make is to make a plate die. And that is a plate with a stone slab. So let's make that first. 2 of these makes us a plate. Let's get a slab. And we're going to, how does this work? Okay, so I stick it on the anvil and I mash it. Right? Stick it on the anvil. It's not letting me use it. Okay. There must be something about the anvil that I need to read about. Where's my book? Oh no. Did I get rid of the book? Did I lose the book? If I was a book, what's it called even? Woot guide. Woot guide, here we go. Alright, so let's look at this Stygian anvil. Anvil serves 2 purposes. The first is to create some of the items used for crafting, such as the cores. The second is to reduce the cost of creating items. The anvil must be placed on the top of a magma block. Oh, well that's news. To create an item using the anvil, right-click with a die, which will be placed on top of the anvil. Okay, so let's pick this up. Head to the nether. Grab us some magma blocks. And yeah, this is another reason why I kind of want to get a teleporter, because yeah, running up and down, I don't know. It'd be nice to just get a teleportation system. And I did say we would do that in this episode, didn't I? Yeah, plans change. Okay, make sure I can still fly. Good, good. There's some magma blocks right down there. Oh, hey, we've got blazes shooting at us, so we'll pick all this up. And we'll poof back to the overworld. Now, I don't believe these magma blocks catch anything on fire. We will find out. I don't think they're like lava. I don't think that they're going to light my wood floor on fire. But when things start burning, I'll know. Okay, let's put a magma block here. Put the anvil on top of it. And then we'll put now what is it? Okay, so I need to make the die first. How do I do that? And you put the iron plate on top. Yeah, it's not letting me do anything. So the anvil must be placed on the top of my... To create an item using the anvil, right-click with a die. But the only way to get a die is... Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand that. Plate die. Okay, so can I click on it with... Can I right click on it with this? Shift right click. Shift right click open hand. Right click with a die, which I can't make. We'll figure this out. So there's this die, but these recipes are not correct, apparently. Factory base. Let's see, what else do we got? That's it. Okay. Well, I toss it on there and smash it with this. Oh, there we go. So put that down first. No matching recipe. Okay. So. Stone slab. Does that mean it needs to be underneath? So give me that. I'm going to play around with this for a little bit because this is not making any sense. Okay, so I just needed to read a little bit further. Okay, so now that I've got the plate die, it's no problem making that. But so for the mesh die, let's just make one of those real quick. So I'll put this down here, and we will plate die. So I need another one of these. I thought there was another recipe. Yeah, so plate die's on here, and then I just right click with one of these. I'm sorry. Toss this on top, and then hit it with the hammer. Okay, right click with the hammer. So now that I've got the plate, let's pull that up, and we're going to make the mesh die. So let's grab some iron bars. Okay, we're going to put the iron bars on there, like that, and then we're going to toss the iron plate, just Q, and then right click with your hammer, and that gives you this. Okay, that's pretty confusing. That was not very, what do you want to say, like, intuitive? Okay, so now that we've made that, we want to make the factory heart, which is going to be a factory base. That is another Stygian plate. So let's make some more Stygian iron. And that can be done, so smelting this. So this is what I want to do. I want to get this mesh die, which I have. 1 netherrack, 1 soul shard, and 1 iron ore. Okay, so let's get netherrack and soul sand. Okay, and we'll put the plate down, the mesh die, right click, and make sure we have this selected, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, right click, and that gives us the Stygian iron dust. Okay, so that makes it so that this cannot be automated. Awesome. Okay, then that was sarcasm. I don't know if you could tell, but all right. So now we're gonna smelt those up. That's gonna give us our. So for 1, we went from using 1 of each of those 3 ingredients to get 1 ingot to using 1 of each of those ingredients to get 3 ingots. So with what we just did here. So we'll go Stygian, and then now we need to make the factory heart, which is going to be this. Okay, so I'll switch these out and put down. I wonder if I can do 6 at a time. Let's just do 1. Right click, and that gives us this. Now the rest of this is going to be soulstone, which is soul dust, and we can take, okay, so we'll pick this up, put some soul sand on there, right click, nope, soul stone, oh yeah, the mesh, of course, so that down there, let's do 2 of these, right click, and it does do both of them. I think that's what happened. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, so we'll pick this back up and come over here, select our stone. This has to be cobblestone. Okay. So that's, how many do I need? 4. So put 2 in there, grab the 4 that we need. Now I can make the core. That's going to give us 4 factory bases. That's good. Okay. Now we need a heart core, and this is going to be the core die. So let's grab some redstone and make another Stygian plate. So we'll drop that down there, hit it with a hammer, pick this back up, put the redstone back in, cue that out there, hit it with a hammer, and that gives us the core die. Okay, cool. So then from there we need to put the core die down. Actually, we need another plate, so let's pick that up, there we go. We'll put this down, and then we need to toss on there plate, Stygian iron block, a whole thing, and a magma block. Hey, look at this. I did not do that on purpose. Okay, so it was this, 1 of these, and 1 of these. Hit it. That's gonna be a problem. Gonna have to do that quick. Pick it back up. Okay, so that gave us the hardcore, not to be confused with hardcore. All right, so here's our factory block. So now, let's go sleep. We need to make a couple other things. And I'm afraid this is going to be a tedious mod. It went from like a pretty cool mod. Now it's feeling a little tedious. Okay, so I've got the factory heart. What did I do with... I thought I had an extra layout. Factory layout. I did. I put some stuff in there. Okay. The other things, let's grab our book and take a look at the pieces we're going to need. Okay, the mob controller. To create a mob controller to put on the factory, you will need a glowing ender shard. Use this on the Stygian anvil to produce the programmed controller. Okay. I thought there was how to build. Okay, wasn't this? Oh, no. Let's look at the tiers. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so the tier 1 factory needs 2 tier 1 capstones. What's a capstone look like? You just type in capstone. Wow, nothing in JES is capstone. Okay. So, I don't know what that means. And then factory bone casing and flesh casing. Here's the flesh casing. Here's the bone casing. Okay. So we can put that recipe in here, and I'm going to have to manually make the factory bases. And that's the flesh casing, and here's the bone casing, of course. Okay, so that tells me that we're going to need to set up 2 factories right off the bat. One for zombie flesh and one for skeleton bones. Which is fine. We can do that. Let's see. Let's go lay this out back where we're going to put it temporarily, right? Way over here. And let's put it down. Let's put it down just one. Here, and that's going to be our tier 1. So capstones must be, I don't know what that is. So the capstones must be these things here. Cap, yeah, factory tier 1 cap. Okay, so that takes some interesting stuff. Skeleton skull, quartz shard. This is actually, oh, you can do that with any skull, or I can take a block of bone, soul dust. I can just make it. What? Cool. So let's take a look. So let's make a few more factory bases. We know how to make those. So let's just make cobble all of these. So that's going to make us quite a few more. And then that's going to mean I need two more of these. So we'll put this plate down. Toss those out there. 2 plates. Pick that back up. Put the 2 plates in the middle, and then we can do this to make a bunch of bases. Okay. Let's make the quartz shard. We're gonna need the shard dye for that. So quartz. Let's grab out a bunch of those, and another plate. Put the plate down. Toss it out there and hit it. Okay. So we'll put one of these down in there. Toss that on top and hit it. Okay, that gives us this. Put that down there. Toss one of these out there and right click. That gives us our quartz shard. Okay, cool. Then cap core. So this is a core die. We're gonna need a plate and redstone block. Okay, so let's make some more plates here. Or yeah. So soul sand. Need to put this down first. Okay. Soul sand. What? Oh, it's the mesh. Yep. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Right click. That gives us those. Could actually make a bunch of this if I wanted to. And I'll pick that up. And we're going to make, I need 2 of these, right? So Let's get our 2 redstone blocks. Okay. And our Stygian iron here. Let's put down the plate, right? Nope. Yeah. Or was it this one? I think it was that one. Because it's got to look like that. Yep, okay. And then we'll put down... Oh, we got to make the plates. Yeah, we got to turn them into plates. Okay. And then we'll replace this. Put the plates next to each other. Select the hammer. Drop one of each. Drop one of each. Okay, because we do need two of these caps, right? So let's start putting these where we need them. And here. Now we just need the skeleton skulls. Okay, and those were made... I don't have skeleton essence. So let's see if we have any heads. Oh, bees. Tricky bees can give us heads. That's cool. Let's see. I may not have any. I've generally been sleeping through the night. So I'm going to have to go hunting for some heads. Now I can make a sword that's going to behead them. And that's something that I'm interested in doing. So let's take a look at... Let's grab a chest. Just dump all this stuff in a chest. Alright. Put all of this in there. And the rest of that can go back in here. Clean up my inventory. Okay. So we're going to need to sidetrack for a second. I'll do the hunting off camera for sure. But okay, so I believe there is tools that have beheading properties. Bonus damage, splintering, jagged aquadynamic, no. Auto smelt, nope. Crumbling, nope. Definitely don't want to do that. And I know that there's a modifier. Sharp. Let's see. Poisonous, heavy, holy, deals bonus damage to undead. Shocking, sharp. Interesting. Okay. Experience boost, whispering. That's funny. Don't think that's it. Prosperous. Okay, so let's look at the modifiers because I do have space on the current sword for a modifier. Silk touch, beheading. Here we go. So an ender pearl, and I can put multiple levels on this. So ender pearl and obsidian. I've got plenty of that. So ender pearl, and I think I've got some obsidian hanging out over here. Let's see how many levels I can put on here. Okay, so here is beheading, right? So that'll give us beheading. And it's gonna need more modifiers. Okay, so I get beheading 1, and then once I get more modifiers on this, then I can get a second beheading. So that didn't adjust the damage at all. This sword is OP, man. And it looks cool. It's got the little, I don't know. It looks like, and it's just about to be dark too. This is gonna be fun. Okay, I'm gonna farm some heads, and I'll be back once that is done. I don't know how many I'm gonna collect. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but we'll see. Okay, that's it for part 1. Part 2 is on its way. I promise. It will be up in just a few minutes.